All right, flow for today is going to take us in toward bird of paradise, which means there's going to be a lot of hip opening here. And what this gets you into is a bound vertical standing split. So work things as best you can here. There's two ways to do this that I'm going to cue. One's with the full bind, which is a very aggressive bind. You're wrapping your arms around one leg and holding the split upright. And if that's too much, if you're having trouble balancing, or if your hips are just tight for whatever reason, or your hamstrings, then take the second version that I demonstrate here. And this is the demonstration I have before we begin. So what's going to happen once we come to the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front, and you're going to come into this wide-legged forward fold. So your hips are going to be up in the air. Keep your knees bent. Just keep your head down low and stay loose here to start, to come into the setup. And I'm going to lift my left leg. Now, to come into the full pose with the full bind, I'm going to wrap my left arm around the left leg, palm up behind. My right hand comes around to complete the grip. Now make sure you can actually get your hands together completely. None of this stuff where you're just barely holding on a couple pairs of fingertips. And keep that thigh pulled in. Now, to start from here, you're going to keep the fold and just walk it just to see you can actually hold on to that bind. So I'm going to step my left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward. And then into balancing. So my right foot's my base. I'm going to bring the base foot to center, put all the way to the base foot, bend deep in the knee, and then look forward. Go slow like you're lifting a heavy box with an inhale. Lift your torso, bring that bound leg up with you, and just take it nice and slow. Now you want to get your spine toward upright. Am I actually going to balance this? I think I will. There we are. So get your spine toward vertical. You can always bend into your standing knee to adjust, and just keep the bound leg pulled in as best you can. If you're going to take it further, and this is optional, the very last step is maybe to extend through that lifted leg and just work it as best you can here. Now when we come back down, try to take it down slow, move with control, land this lightly, and release to your forward fold. And we'll move through the vinyasa from that point. So just feel things out and really emphasize the work on the balance, just keeping your hip open with the leg out to the side. Whether you extend the leg or not is no big deal. Just see if you're actually ready for that before you move into that part of the pose. Now, if you're going to take this second variation here, it's without the bind, but you're working the hip opening still and you are working the standing balance. So everything's just about the same. You're still going to be in that wide-legged forward fold, so feet wide, knees bent, hips high. And rather than wrapping your arms around your leg, you're just going to reach. So my left arm's in contact with my left shin, my right arm's reaching high. Now hold this here, and then all the steps are the same. I'm going to bring my left foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward, and then into balance. Right foot's my base. I'm going to put them all the way to that foot, lift the left heel, and look forward. And then with an inhale, press into the base foot. Bring your torso upright, and just keep the arm in contact with your shin. Now, if it slides out, that's fine. Just bring the knee out to the side to open up your hip. You can always bend into the standing knee again to adjust. Woo. See if I can actually balance this during class. But again, just try to keep yourself upright and work it as best you can. When you come back down, still land it lightly and release to your fold. And again, we'll take it through the vinyasa. So just keep all that in mind, and we're going to do a lot of hip opening before we get to that point. So you're probably going to be as open as you'll get today before we actually get to the pose. So just take the version that's actually going to work. All right, so to get this started, bring yourself to a seat. And let's take this into Baddha Konasana right away. Set soles, feet together, knees out wide. And to set this up properly, make sure you can sit up tall with your hands up off the floor. So you're going to use your core to tip your pelvis forward, and see if you can actually hold yourself upright without any sort of strain. Now, if you have trouble staying lifted, or if your spine wants to round, slide your feet away from you a little bit. And that should help you to adjust and tip the pelvis forward. And then just bring the arms down to your sides. Fingertips to the floor, just enough for support. But keep the core braced, drawing from the waist and around the low ribs. Extend the top of the head straight up. Relax your shoulders down, keep your neck nice and long, and just close your eyes here. So just take a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So the inhale's pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe here. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just open your eyes. And go slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center. Inhale, reach up high. Now with the exhale, bring your hands down and set them down outside your hips. Now just press your palms on the floor, lift your seat up off the mat, and stay lifted between the shoulders, keep your neck long. Feet pressed together, knees out wide, and just push your hips forward and back, and just keep moving, keep pulling the knees out wide, just working this to warm up your hips. Now, the next time you press back toward your hands, go ahead, set yourself back down. And then we'll twist from here back and forth. So right hand sets behind. Bring the left arm outside your right thigh. Sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. And then release. Take it the other way. Left hand behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. Look back over your left shoulder and breathe. And then switch it out. Come through center, turn to the right. Right hand down behind, left arm outside the right thigh. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Pull your left knee toward the floor best you can as you're twisting. And then take it the other way. Left hand behind, right arm outside your left thigh. Sit up tall, reach the crown of the head straight up. Pull the right knee toward the floor. And then bring it back through center. Right hand behind, left arm outside the right thigh. Let's stay a little longer here. So extend your spine as tall as you can. Keep pressing the left arm to your right leg. Keep your left knee pulling down. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, release. Take it to the other side one more time. Left hand behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Again, crown of the head toward the ceiling to stay as tall as you can. Pull the right knee toward the floor and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just turn back to center. Now, hands still to the floor outside your hips. Keep the fingers to the sides and just lift your seat up off the floor again. Now, while you're lifting, keep your shoulders active. Keep your neck nice and long. And then as you hold this, we'll just work this into the legs a little bit here to start. So why don't you set your left foot flat on the floor. Seat still lifted the whole time. Keep your knees bent, but bring the right heel to touch your left knee. Now keep your right foot lifted. Try to touch the knee down to the floor. And then come back up, heel to knee. Bring the right knee down to the floor again. Come back up, heel to knee. And bring the right knee down to the floor. Now go ahead and set the right foot flat and take it on the other side. Lift your left foot. Left heel to right knee. Now keep the foot lifted, bring the knee down to the floor. Heel to knee, and then bring the knee back down. Heel to knee. Bring the knee down one more time. And then just set the left foot on the floor, stay lifted. Now I'm just going to make a 90-degree turn here for the camera. But stay on your hands and feet, fingertips out to the sides, keep your seat low. And then just move side to side and crab walk this to the back of the mat. And don't overthink it. Once you come all the way back, walk this forward, opposite hand and opposite foot. Let your body shift side to side. Keep your hips low. From the front of the mat, walk it back all the way again. And then from the back of the mat, walk this all the way forward. And then once you make it to the front, just walk back into center. And go ahead and set yourself down. Take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. Keep your wrists loose. And we'll take this into reverse tabletop from here. So feet hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width, palms down. Just keep the fingertips out to the sides. Press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And let's go up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift up one more time and just hold. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Keep lifting up. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. Push into the floor. Lift your chest as well. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come all the way down. And once you're down, just shake your hands out again. Now, one more thing using this basic position. So feet still hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. But this time, rotate the fingers away from you and back as far as you can. Press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. Now from here, we're going to take a little bit of movement. We're going to cross the legs. So I want you to bring your left ankle past your right thigh. Keep your seat low. And keep the toes of your left foot curled. Put the weight to your left hand. And then bring the right arm across. Right hand reaches down to touch the floor past the left edge of your mat. And then come back to center. Again, weight to the left hand. Right arm reaches over and across. Come back to center. Press in your left hand. Right arm over and across again. Back to center here. And then one more time, right arm over and across. And then come back to center. Once both hands are down, go ahead, switch your feet. Left foot to the floor. Right ankle past your left thigh this time. Curl the toes of the right foot. Keep your legs pushing together. Put the weight to the right hand. And then left arm across. Touch down past the right edge of the mat. And then come back to center. Again, reach across. Keep your legs pushing together. Touch the left hand down. Back to center here. Reach the left arm across. Reach down to the floor. Come back to center. And then one more time, left arm over to the right. And then bring it back into center. Go ahead, release this. Both feet down. And shake your hands out once you're sitting down. And then once you're ready here, go ahead, take hold of your knees, squeeze them into your chest. Lean back and we're going to take this into boat. Now sit this up tall, press your low back forward. Bring your shins up toward parallel with the floor. And we're going to go back and forth from this position to kneeling to help warm up the hips and engage your core. So bring the right foot behind your left leg. Now roll forward, right shin down, left foot down. You can bring your hands down, but then come up to kneeling. Press your hips forward all the way. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your belly in. Round your spine. Come back to your seat. And back to boat and land this lightly. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, left shin down, right foot down. Again, you can use your hands. Come all the way up. Squeeze your glutes. Push your hips forward. Belly in. Come down lightly. Bring your legs together, come back to boat. Now you got the option. You can push off the floor with your hands or use your core and lift up. Either way, right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in and round, bring it down, legs together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, and come back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in. Round your spine, bring it back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward. Lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, and come back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward. Lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in and round. Bring your legs back together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward. Lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, lean forward, lift hips forward. Pull back in and round, back to your seat, legs together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, press the hips forward. Draw back in, come back down, back to boat, and then just hold your shape. Now press your low back forward, draw the thighs in close. And then reach between your knees, take hold of your big toes. Once you've got that grip, sit up tall. Draw the knees toward the shoulders. Now, legs not too wide here, but the feet will stay separate. If you can go further, lift your feet a little bit. Maybe extend your legs a lot. But just keep the low back pressing forward. Try to keep your spine toward vertical. Hold your balance and breathe. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Cross at the ankles, roll forward to your hands, come into all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side, and just feel things out. And then go bring this into center, and we'll take this into the wrists. Now, wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips here to start. With your palms down, rotate your fingertips to the sides and then toward your knees. And just come into that as far in that rotation as you can. Spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Now, you can stay here, maybe just circle the shoulders or the wrists, and that could be enough. Now, if you can take it further, keep gripping the floor. Start to slide the knees back, maybe just a couple inches, but as far back as you can go without your palms lifting at all, and that will intensify the stretch. If it's too much, you can always walk the knees forward again. Now, keep this position, keep your fingertips pressing down, hold that tension in your hands, and to take it a little bit further, step the right foot over the left, big toe down past the left edge of the mat, and then bring the right knee back to the mat. Left big toe over to the right side, stretch it out, and bring the knee back down. Right big toe over to the left again, and then bring the knee back to the floor. Left big toe over to the right, and then set the knee down. Now, right big toe over to the left one more time, and just lengthen out the right side of your body as you're gripping the mat. And bring that knee back into center. Left big toe over to the right side one more time. Hold here, feel that stretch on the left. And then bring the knee back down. Come up onto your fingertips. And then walk the hands in close and bring the hands within about 2 hands lengths of your knees. One more stretch. Now flip the hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Spread your fingers wide, press your fingertips down into the floor, and press your spine toward the ceiling. You can always pull the hands in close if you want this to be less intense. Now still, keep your fingertips pressing down. Just start out swaying the shoulders side to side, and this could be plenty here. Now to take it further, come into center, keep your arms straight, but then combine this with cow and cat breathing. So with an inhale, just drop your belly, bring your chest forward, gaze up high. Exhale, pull the belly in and around your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, bring your chest forward. Exhale, round and empty. And just keep on moving forward and back like this. And then one more deep inhale for cow. One more complete exhale for cat. And then come up onto the fingertips and down to sitting on your heels. And just take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen your fingers and loosen your wrists. All right, once the hands are ready, go ahead, bring yourself into all fours. And from here, we're going to take it down into a forearm plank. So go ahead, bring both forearms down. Now you can have the forearms parallel with the palms down or push the palms together, whatever serves you best. But step your feet back, bring your body into line, feet about hips width distance apart. Now keep your hands pressing down, keep your spine lifted, shoulder blades spread apart. And then we'll take this into a side plank variation. So roll your heels over to the right. Come up onto your left hand and just keep your hips lifted. Now, if you want to stay here, this is fine, but if you can go further, bring the left hand to your hip, and then keep the right foot pressing to the floor, lift the left leg, bend the left knee, point the knee toward the ceiling. Then just moving that left leg, dip the big toe down behind you. Lift the knee, big toe down behind. 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 Now lift the knee and come back to center, back to that forearm plank. And then from here, let's take it the other way. Roll your heels left, come up onto the right hand. Keep your hips lifted. And this is enough. If you're going to go further, right hand to your hip. And if you're going to move, lift the right leg off the floor. Keep your left foot pressing down. Bend the right knee, point it toward the ceiling. And then touch the big toe down behind you. Lift the knee, big toe down behind. 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 Now lift the knee and come back to center, back to that forearm plank. And then go set your knees down. Come up to all fours. Once you're in all fours, move around here and breathe. All right, one more thing before we move on, and this will work your core and definitely work into the hips a little bit here. So start this and set up. So wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees up off the mat. And then press in your hands and sink back down to your heels. And we'll start this out slow. Now from here, step your right foot forward outside your right hand. Now lift your right hand, pull your left leg through, and then pull back and sink back to the heels. Left foot forward, lift the left hand, pull your right leg through, and then pull back and sink down. And we'll go back and forth. Right foot forward, left leg through, pull back and sink this down. Left foot forward, right leg through, pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through, pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back and sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. One more round. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back and sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down, and come back to all fours. And from all fours, just give yourself a moment. Move around and breathe. All right, now you can just stay here and breathe. Maybe take another stretch before we move on, but when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you settle into position, take a look at the setup. Hands shoulder width, Flatten your hands so you can feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest low to the floor, but at the same time, reach your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. Pull into the belly, around the lower ribs. Use your core to lengthen your spine. Hold that tension. Now, if you got too much tension in the legs or the hamstrings, just bend the knees and let it go. You can always pedal out and stay loose here. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows, maybe shake this side to side and loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, and then restack your spine. Slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last, and just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, here with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now at the next inhale, reach this up high. Exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway, fingertips to the floor or to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control, all the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. We'll take it up and down through low cobras. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just hold that lift. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take some more all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward. And use the muscles lining your spine. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. To take it further, kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Lift up with your arms. Lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. And let's take the sun salutations here. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing. Reach the arms up high. Exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next. High plank to low. With an inhale, open your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, pull your belly in. Hips high to down dog. 2 more rounds, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. With the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to low's next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in. And lift your hips back up. One last time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, set the hands. Chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, draw forward. Exhale, pull back in and bring your hips back up. And just find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. With the exhale, sink into chair. Put the weight to your heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now once you settle in, just pay attention to your stance. Feet within hips with distance, not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center. Now bring your hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open, keep the elbows wide. And then from here, we're going to move a little bit of balancing. So I want you to bring your weight to your toes. Lift the heels up high, keep them lifted. Now keep your torso upright, shoulders back. Hinge from the knees, just sink down to where you can. And then lift back up, sit your heels down, and you're back in chair. Again, weight to the toes, heels up high, keep them lifted. Hinge from the knees, try to keep your torso upright, sink down to where you can. Lift back up, set the heels back in chair. Again, onto the toes, keep your heels high. Hinge from the knees, just sink down to where you can go. Lift back up, set your heels down. And then put the weight to the left foot and come to standing with your right knee high. Now slow your breathing and dig the left big toe down into the floor. Once you're stable with the right hand, take hold of your right knee. Pull it out to the side and keep the toes pointed down. Just stay here. Now to take this further, open up your right hand, palm touching the knee. Keep the hand in place. And without moving anything else, dip your right big toe down to the floor. Drag it into center. Knee up high, out to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side. Big toe down, back to center. Knee up high. Now go to the side and hold the knee. And just keep your hip open. This is good enough. If you're going to go further, you can reach inside the right leg, find the big toe. Maybe lift the knee up higher, or maybe extend the leg further to the side. Just keep your balance. All right, slowly from here, you're still balancing. Bring the right knee forward, both hands to your hips. And then set the right foot down and come to standing with your left knee high. Switch it out. Once you're stable here, let's take this to a warrior three. Put a little bit on the right knee. And then hinge from the right hip. Bring your torso forward. Extend your left leg straight behind. Shoulders pulled back. Keep your hips squared. Keep your gaze forward. Now maybe more upright, and that's fine. Maybe come down toward parallel, but hold your balance here. Now work the standing leg. So bend the right knee. Sink down, belly toward your right thigh. Press into your right foot and lift back up. Bend the right knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into your right foot and lift. Bend the right knee, come down, belly toward your thigh. Press into the right foot, lift back up. Bend into the right knee, bring your belly down toward your thigh, come down as low as you can. And then let's take a high lunge. Bring the left foot down behind you and bring your torso upright. Now give yourself a moment to adjust. Deep into the right knee, left leg toward straight, left hip forward, right hip back. Be sure the stance is wide and your hips are squared. Now once you're ready, reach both arms high. I'm going to go back and forth from here to a warrior two. So as you're ready, drop the left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm up and back, gaze up high. And then reach both arms up. Lift your left heel, square the hips forward. Again, left heel down. Left hand to the left thigh, right arm up and back, look up. Both arms high. Lift your left heel, square it forward. One more time, drop your left heel and reverse this. Left hand to your left thigh. Reach back with the right arm, look up. But bend the right knee, sink low into the right hip at the same time. Keep breathing here. All right, reach both arms high, bring your spine to vertical. Lift your left heel, square this forward. And keep your spine upright. Now bend the left knee and sink down. Hover that knee above the floor, keep your spine tall. And then pulse the knee up and down on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring both hands down around the right foot. Now from low lunge, we're going to take this into a side plank. The left hand's your base. Roll to the outside of the left foot, slide the right foot back. You can have one foot down, drop one knee, or stack your legs. Now reach your right arm high, stay lifted. This is enough. If you're going to move, right hand to your hip. Lift the right leg, bend the knee pointed toward the ceiling. And then back and forth. Big toe down behind. Lift the knee, 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 big toe down behind. Lift up one more time. Right hand forward, right foot outside your right hand. And we're setting this up for a lizard lunge variation. Make it wide and make it long. Now, right foot toward the upper right corner, ankle past the knee at least a little bit. Keep your hips lifted, keep that left knee up off the floor best you can. Now, as you press in your palms, sink your hips down, pull your chest forward, look forward. Now, from here, let's go back and forth. Lift your hips up high, but straighten the right leg and point your toes up toward the ceiling. Bend the right knee, sink down, pull your chest forward. Again, hips up high, straighten your right leg. Bend the right knee and pull your chest forward. Hips high, right leg straight. Bend the right knee, sink down, chest forward. Hips up high, right leg straight. And then bend the right knee, bring your chest forward. One more time, hips up high, right leg straight, keep your toes pointed up. And then take a half bind. Now you can have the right knee bent a little if you need to. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, but bring the right arm behind your low back. Now, keep the shoulder pulled back, keep your chest open to the side, and pull the right inner thigh toward your belly. Now, if you can take this further, you can slide that right heel further out. Don't worry about going too deep here. Rotate the right big toe toward your midline, pull the inner right thigh toward the belly, and just keep your chest twisted open to the side. Use tension here rather than depth. Press into the right heel, press into the toes of the left foot. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward, and just breathe with this. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, both hands down inside the right leg. Bend the right knee, set the right foot flat outside the right hand. Left foot comes forward outside the left, wide-legged forward fold. Now hips high, head low, keep your knees bent and stay loose. We're going to take it to bird of paradise. So if you want the full bind, right arm wraps around the right leg, palm up and behind. Left hand comes around for the full grip. And if you want the other version, right arm in contact with the right shin, keep the arms forward, left arm high. Now either way, keep your fold and let's walk it. Step your right foot back, left foot back, right foot forward, and left foot forward. Now step the left foot to center, that's your base. Deep bend the left knee, lift the right heel, and look forward. With an inhale, slowly bring your torso upright. Bring the right knee with you. Now you can keep a bend of that left knee, but try to get your spine to vertical. If you're reaching wide, just press the knee to the side. If you've got the bind, pull the thigh in close. If you're going to extend the leg, it's the last step and it's optional. Keep in mind, hold your balance here. All right, slowly from here, let's take it down. Land lightly and come into your forward fold. Now from your fold, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands and take it through your vinyasa. Once you find it down, dog, move around here and breathe. We'll take it to the other side. When you're ready, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And then with the exhale, sink into chair again. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now once you settle in again, feet not too wide within hips width. Big toes and knees towards center. Bring the hands to your low back, palms open, shoulders back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open here. And let's go back and forth. Now bring the weight to your toes. Heels stay high. Keep your torso upright. Hinge from the knees. Bring the hips down to where you can. Lift back up. Set your heels down. Come back into chair. Again, weight to the toes. Keep the heels high. Hinge from the knees. Keep your spine tall and sink down. Lift back up and set your heels down on the floor. One more time. Onto the toes. Heels high. Hinge from the knees. Bring it down to where you can go here. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Lift back up and set your heels. And then put the weight to the right foot. Come to standing with your left knee high this time. Now dig your right big toe down, slow your breathing down. Once you're ready, with your left hand, hold your left knee, pull it out to the side, and keep your toes pointed down. Now to go further with this, open up the left palm, just touch the left knee, and then without moving anything else, dip your left big toe to the floor, drag it into center, knee up high, to the side, big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side, big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side, big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side, big toe down, back to center. Knee up high, to the side, big toe down, back to center. Knee up high. Now to the side and hold the knee. And this is enough. If you're going to go further, reach inside the leg, find the big toe, maybe pull the knee higher with that grip, and maybe extend the leg out to the side. Now still balancing, just bring that left knee forward, bring your hands to your hips. And switch it out. Set the left foot, come to standing with your right knee high. Now dig your left big toe down into the floor, put a little bend the left knee. Come into your warrior three, so hinge from left hip. Extend your right leg back, bring your lifted body into line. So maybe more upright, and that's fine. Maybe toward parallel with the floor, keep looking forward. Now work the left leg from here. Bend the left knee, bring your belly down toward your left thigh. Press into your left foot, lift back up. Bend the knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into the left foot and lift. Bend the left knee, bring it down low, and as low as you can to your left thigh. And then from here, we'll take a high lunge. Just bring the toes of the right foot down behind you and bring yourself upright. Now again, take a moment to adjust. Deep bend the left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back. Widen the stance if you need to. Be sure your hips are squared. Now keep your spine tall. Reach the arms straight up. Back and forth from here to that reverse warrior. Drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, gaze up high. And then both arms up. Lift the right heel and square the hips. Again, drop the right heel down. Right hand to your right thigh. Left arm up and back, look up. Both arms high. Lift your right heel, square it forward. One more time, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, reach back with the left arm. Now keep your left knee bent, sink into that left hip and just hold. And then reach both arms up. Lift the right heel, square your hips forward. One more time. Keep your spine tall. And then bend the right knee, sink down as low as you can, just above the floor. And pulse that right knee up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands down around your left foot. Now once you come into that low lunge, bring yourself into side plank, right hand's your base. Roll the outside edge of the right foot, slide your left foot back. You can have the left foot down, the right knee down, or stack your legs. Left arm high, keep your hips lifted, maybe stay here. If you're going to move, left hand to your hip. Lift the left leg off the right, bend the knee, point it toward the ceiling. And then left big toe down behind him. Lift the knee, big toe down behind. 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 Lift up one more time. Left hand forward, left foot outside your left hand. And again, take that lizard lunge variation here. So left foot moves forward, so the ankles pass the knee at least a little bit, and just keep the foot flat. Now press into your hands, and let's go back and forth with that cow and cat motion. Sink your hips down, pull your chest forward, look forward. Now lift your hips up and work to straighten your left leg, point the toes up. Bend the left knee again, pull your chest forward. Hips up high, straighten your left leg. Hips come down low, chest forward, look forward. Lift your hips and straighten the left leg again. Pull your chest forward, set the left foot down. And then lift back up, straighten the left leg. One more time, pull your chest forward like this. And then one more time, lift back up. Keep that left leg straight as you can. Left hip back, right hip forward. Now you can always slide that left heel further out if you like. But let's take a half bind. Press into the right hand. Bring the left arm across your low back. Now draw that left shoulder back. Stack the shoulders so you're twisting to the left side. Pull that left inner thigh toward your belly. Now this might be enough right here. If you can take it further, maybe slide that left heel forward. Keep the belly in contact with your thigh. And again, use tension here more than depth. Dig into both feet. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back, and breathe here as you're twisting. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, both hands down inside the left foot. Bend the left knee, set your left foot flat outside your left hand. Right foot comes forward outside the right. Wide-legged forward fold, hips high, head low, keep your knees bent. And we're going to lift the left leg for the full bind. Left arm around your left thigh, palm up behind. Bring the right hand around to find that grip. Otherwise, reach wide, left arm in contact with the left shin, right arm high. Now keep the fold and let's walk it. Step your left foot back, right foot back, left foot forward, and right foot forward. Now bring the right foot to center, that's your base. Deep into the right knee, lift your left heel and look forward. Go slow with an inhale, lift your torso. Bring the left knee up with you. Now, if you're reaching wide, just keep the left arm pushing into your left leg. Keep the knee to the side. If you got the bind, keep the thigh pulled in close. And just keep your balance if you're going to straighten the leg or not. All right, from wherever you are, take it down slow. Land lightly and release to your forward fold. Now, from that fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands. Take another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around and breathe here for a moment. Into the next sequence, when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, sink back into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Once you settle in, hands behind your head, interlace the fingers. Palms open, elbows wide. Keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. Now, if your shoulders are tight, if this forces your head forward, just release the hands and keep the elbows wide. Shoulders stay pulled back, whatever version you're in. Now, back and forth from here to the toes. So onto the toes, keep your heels lifted up. Hold your spine upright, hinge from the knees, and just sink your hips down to where you can. Lift back up, set the heels back down, your back and chair. Again, onto the toes, heels stay high. Hinge from the knees, sink down, try to keep your spine vertical. Lift back up and set the heels. One more time, up onto the toes, heels stay high. And then hinge from the knees, sink your hips down to where you can, keep looking forward. Now go lift back up, set your heels down. And then left foot's your base, come to standing with your right knee high. Just keep the arms as they are. Now once you balance here, take an eagle bind with your legs. Right leg crosses tightly over the left. Sink into the hips. Keep your legs squeezing together. Keep your shoulders pulled back. You can always touch the right foot down if you need to. As the legs are squeezing, if you want to go further, keep the chest open, but maybe look up toward the ceiling to go further still. All right, slowly from here, straighten your left leg, lift the right knee. Switch this out, set the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now, once you've got your balance here, just bring your hands to your hips. Now let's take this to warrior three. Put a bend the right knee. Hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg straight back. Keep your hips squared, look forward. And then bend the right knee, set the left foot down behind. We're coming back to a high lunge. So deep under the right knee, left leg towards straight. Left hip forward, right hip back. Be sure the stance is wide and your hips are still squared. And then once you're ready from here, just keep your hands on your hips. But hinge from the hips, keep the arch in your spine as much as you can. Belly to the right thigh, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open, keep looking forward. Now, right hip back, left hip forward still. And just move from the upper body. With an inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows back in toward your waist. Inhale, reach this forward. Exhale, squeeze the elbows back in. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in again. Inhale, reach this forward. Exhale, pull the elbows to your sides one more time. Now hold here, shoulders back, chest open, make your hands into fists. Keep the arms as they are. Put the weight to the right foot. Come forward into your warrior three with your chest open and your gaze forward and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the right knee, both hands down, come into low lunge. And from here, we'll take it to side plank. Left hand's your base. Roll the outside of the left foot, slide the right foot back. Right foot down or left knee down, or with your legs stacked. Right arm high, keep your hips high. If you're going to go further, right hand to your hip. Lift the right leg off the left, bend the knee, point it toward the ceiling. Now bring the right big toe down behind. Lift the knee, 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 big toe down behind. Lift the knee and then bring the right hand forward, right foot between your hands, low lunge. And from here, we'll take it to a warrior two. So with an inhale, drop the left heel. Lift your torso, one with the arms open to your left side. And just take a moment to set this up. Deep under the right knee, straight left leg. One line from the front heel to the back arch. You can always walk the right foot further forward, but keep your hips sinking down. Reach equally front to back. Now back and forth with inhale, reverse. Left hand to left leg, right arm up and back. With the exhale, extend right over to the right thigh, left arm higher forward. Inhale, reverses. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Now with the exhale, extend forward one more time. Stay forward, left hand to your hip. And you can rest the right arm on your right leg if this is enough. Now if you can go further, reach the right arm down inside the right leg. Right hand stays off the floor. Keep the arm and leg pushing into each other and keep your chest open to the left. If you can come down low, just go ahead, bend that right elbow and keep the tension. Now this is enough, but if you can go further still, maybe straighten the right leg and make this into a triangle stance. You're still open to the left side. If you can go deeper, you can sweep your left arm forward and reach with the bicep above your ear. Keep breathing and keep looking up. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Once your hands are down, pressing your palms, bring the left knee all the way down and sweep the left foot to the right side. Now, you're going to come up to a gate variation. So everything still stays open to the left side of the mat. Everything stacked to vertical from the left knee up. Right leg straight, heel down, and right heel in line with your left knee. Now, if you can take this further, you can slide the right heel out, and then the left thigh comes off of vertical, just wherever you can hold this. Keep both feet pressing down to the floor, and keep your glutes engaged here to start. Now, hands to your chest. And we'll go back and forth from here, lowering and lifting. So pull your belly and sink down deep toward your left heel. Press into both feet, lift back up. Again, belly in, sink back toward the left heel. Press into the floor, lift back up. Belly in, sink down low. Press into the floor and lift again. Belly in, sink back toward that left heel. Press into both feet and lift up. One more time, belly in, come down low. Now lift this up one more time. Keep your glutes engaged and your hips pressing to the side. And then left hand to your hip. Bring the right hand down directly inside the right thigh. Now keep the right leg and right arm pushing against each other. Keep your left shoulder pulled back, and this might already be enough of a stretch. If you can go further, rotate the right big toe to the left, and then maybe slide that right heel further out. And you can take this deeper if you like, but just breathe with this here and keep the right arm and right leg pressing into each other. And also keep your left foot pushing down into the floor at the same time. Try to keep the glutes engaged at least on the left side. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands down inside the right leg. Now, a little bit awkward here. I want you to bend the right knee, set the foot down outside the right hand, make a quarter turn to the front of the mat, and then step the left foot outside your left hand, wide-legged forward fold. Hips high, head low, keep your knees bent, and again, stay loose. We'll take it to bird of paradise. Now, for the bind, right arm reaches around the right thigh, palm behind. Left hand comes around for that full grip. Otherwise, reach wide, right arm in contact with the right shin, left arm high. Now, from here, just take it back and forth. Step the right foot back. Left foot back, right foot forward, and left foot forward. Step your left foot to center, that's your base. Deep bend the left knee, lift your right heel, and look forward. Go slow, but with an inhale, lift your torso. Bring the right knee up with you. And just take it slow. Now get your spine up toward vertical. You can always bend into that standing knee. If you're reaching wide, just keep that knee pressed out to the side. If you got the bind, try to keep the thigh close. Maybe extend the leg. Very last step. All right, let's take it down slow. Move lightly, with control, and release to your fold. Once you're ready, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands down. Take it through another vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, let's take it to the other side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And with the exhale, sink into chair one more time. Put the bend in the knees and sink your hips down low. Now, hands behind your head, fingers interlace, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And again, if this pushes your head forward, if your shoulders are tight, just separate the hands. Keep the elbows wide and keep the shoulders pulled back. Now from here, take it back and forth. Lift your heels, come up onto the toes. Heels stay high, hinge from the knees and sink down, but keep your spine toward upright. Lift back up, set the heels, you're back in chair. Again, onto the toes, keep your heels lifted. Hinge from the knees, sink down to where you can, keep looking forward. And then lift back up and set your heels down. One more time, up onto the toes, heels stay lifted. Hinge from the knees, sink down, keep your spine upright, keep looking forward. Now lift back up, set your heels down. And then this time, put the weight to the right foot, come to standing with your left knee high. Once you're stable, bring your legs to an eagle bind. Left leg crosses tightly over the right. Squeeze your legs together, let your hips sink down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. Now keep the hips low like this, keep your shoulders pulled back, maybe look up toward the ceiling, keep your chest open and keep the legs squeezing, just keep breathing. All right, slowly straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, switch to side, sit your left foot down, stand with your right knee lifted, and bring your hands to your hips, hold your balance here. And then slowly, let's take this to warrior three. Now put a little bend on the left knee. Hinge from the left hip, extend your right leg back, bring your lifted body into line. Maybe more upright, maybe toward parallel with the floor. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then bend your left knee, bring the right foot down behind you, high lunge again. So right heel lifted, right leg towards straight, left knee bent. Make sure your stance is wide and your hips are still squared. Now hands to hips, keep your shoulders pulled back, keep the arch in your spine as much as you can. And then just hinge from the hips and bring your belly down to touch your left thigh. Shoulders pulled back, you're still looking forward and your hips are still squared. Now with an inhale, reach your arms straight forward. Exhale, pull the elbows into your side, keep your chest open. Inhale, reach this forward. Exhale, pull back, elbows to your side. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back, elbows to your sides. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in, hold here. Keep the shoulders back, keep your chest open, make your hands into fists. And then as you're looking forward, bring the weight to the left foot and come back to your warrior three. Lift the right foot up off the mat. Keep breathing, keep your chest open. Now take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot down, low lunge. Take it from here to your side plank one more time. Right hand's your base. Roll the outside edge of the right foot, slide your left foot back. Left foot down, or right knee down, or stacked legs. Left arm high, keep your hips lifted. If you're going to move, left hand to your hip. Left leg up, bend the knee, point it up. And then dip the big toe down behind you. Lift the knee, big toe down behind. 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 Now lift the knee one more time. Left hand forward, left foot between your hands, low lunge. And from here, let's take it to warrior two. With an inhale, drop the right heel. Lift your torso, warm the arms, open to the right side. Deepen the left knee, straight right leg again. One line from the front heel to the back arch. You can always walk that left foot further forward, but keep your hips sinking down. Reach equally front to back. And go back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm high and back. With the exhale, extend left elbow to left thigh, right arm higher forward. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend forward one more time and stay forward. Right hand to your right hip. You can rest the left arm on your leg or reach down, left arm inside the left leg. Keep the tension, arm and leg pushing into each other. If you come down low, bend the elbow, keep the hand off the floor. Right shoulder high, look up. If you can take it further, maybe straighten your left leg. Take this as a triangle stance. Everything's still open to the right. Even further, you can sweep the right arm forward. Reaching with the bicep above your ear, you're still looking up. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring both hands down inside your left leg. Pressing your palms, bring the right knee all the way down. Now sweep the right foot over to the left side. And then bring yourself upright. Everything stacks the vertical from the right knee up. We're taking that half gate variation, more like gate variation. Left leg extended, heel down. The left heel's in line with your right knee. Now you can slide that left heel further out if you want to take it there. But keep the feet pressing down. Keep your glutes engaged here to start. Hands to your hips. Now from up to down, pull your belly and sink toward the right heel. Come down low. Press both feet down, lift up all the way. Again, belly in, sink down as low as you can. Press into both feet, lift back up. Belly in, bring it down low again. Press into the floor and lift. Belly in, sink this down low. And then press into the floor and lift. Belly in, sink low one more time. Lift all the way back up one more time. Now keep your feet pressing down, keep your glutes engaged. Left hand down immediately inside your left leg. Now keep the arm and leg pressed into each other, right hand to your hip. Right shoulder pulled back. And if you want to go deeper, you can slide that left heel further out. Keep the right foot pressing down. And just keep breathing here. Feel that tension on the inner left thigh. Breathe into it. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, bring both hands down to the floor. And just take it slow here. Bend your left knee. Left foot sets outside your left hand. Make a quarter turn to the front and step the right foot outside the right hand as well. Find that wide-legged forward fold. Hips high, knees bent, head low. And then for your bird of paradise, if you want the bind, left arm reaches around your left leg, palm up behind. Right hand comes around for the grip. Otherwise, reach wide, left arm in contact with your left shin. Now walk it. Keep your hips up high. Step your left foot back, right foot back. Left foot forward and right foot forward. Bring the right foot to center. That's the base. Deep into the right knee. Lift your left heel and look forward. Take it slow. With an inhale, bring your torso up. Lift the left knee up with you. Again, bend the right knee if you need to, but try to get your spine to vertical best you can. If you're reaching wide, press that knee out to the side. If you got the bind, pull the thigh in close, stay tall. If you can extend the leg, it's an option, keep in mind, but make it the last step if you're going to go there. All right, let's take it down slow. Move with control and release to your forward fold. Once you're ready here, with an inhale, lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set the hands. Take it through one more vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, let's take half pigeon. With an inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. With the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now I'm going to bring your left knee down, left foot flat behind. Pull your left hip forward, keep it in line with the right, and keep your hips square to the front. Now just sink your weight straight down and feel at least some of that stretch on the right side, out of hip toward the glutes. And take this to where you like. You can just keep your spine upright like this. Maybe go deeper toward the back bend. And if you want to melt down, you can come down to the elbows. You can take it down all the way. Take the version of the pose that suits you best right now. Nothing wrong with just relaxing here. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then just release this. Tuck the toes of your left foot. Release your right leg. Just shake it out for a moment. Once you set the right foot down, inhale the left leg high. And with the exhale, bring this forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull the right hip forward. Keep it in line with the left. And just sink your weight straight down. Keep your hips squared. Feel some of that stretch on the left side, outer left hip toward the glutes here. Now again, you can keep this upright. Take it toward the back bend or melt it down. Just take it to where you need to. You can keep it active or you can rest. All right, again here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Release your left leg, shake this out. And then once you bring your left foot down to the floor, go ahead, bring your knees down. Legs out from underneath you, come down onto your back. Now when you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in. And then go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet to the floor. We're going to take one long round of back bending here. So feet, knees, hips with distance. Bring your heels in close so your low back starts basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down, keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press with your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. And just keep that lift and keep the tension and keep your hips pushing up. Now to deepen your bridge, bring your hands underneath your hips. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. You can work your shoulders further behind your back and open up your chest even more. Keep your hands pushing down and keep the glutes engaged. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit closer to your shoulders. Now it's enough to stay here, but if you want to take it to wheel, the hips stay lifted, just release the hands. Hands around your head. When you're ready, press in your palms. You can lift to the top of your head, and then go ahead, straighten your arms and push your hips up toward the ceiling. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting up. You can always lift your heels if this is too much on the low back, but hold that tension in your glutes. And if you're in wheel, try to take this just a little bit further. So as the glutes stay engaged, just bend the elbows, dip your head down lightly to touch the floor. Press back up the straight to open your chest. Again, bend the elbows, sink your head down a second time, and then press back up. One more time, bend the elbows, sink down. Now, once you straighten up, push from the shoulders, open your chest even further. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep breathing. And then for wherever you are here, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. And once you're down, pull your knees to your chest and just squeeze this in. All right, let's take a supine twist. Release your left leg and extend it fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm out to the side. Now go ahead, pull the right knee across your body, tuck your left hip underneath. Keep both shoulders down, look over to the right. Now find the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press down with your left hand. If you want to go further, you can extend your right leg. But just hold your twist, keep the right shoulder pressing toward the floor, and breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring everything back into center. Draw both knees in. Switch it out when you're ready. Extend the right leg straight. Right hand to your left knee, left arm out to the side. Pull the left knee across your body, tuck your right hip underneath. Both shoulders down, look to the left. And find the stretch out of left hip toward the low back on this side. If you want more, you can press with the right hand or extend your left leg further. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, release here. Draw both knees in. And then go ahead, reach between your knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Let's take it into happy baby. Stack the ankles above the knees. Pull down on both sides. Draw the knees toward the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet up into your hands at the same time and keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone down toward the floor. If you can take it further, go ahead, rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from here, take a deep inhale, draw it down as much as you can. With the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here. Let your body settle down into the mat. let yourself move bit by bit here. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself on the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Now thank you for joining class. Namaste.